Howdy and welcome back. We are here for the next release from The Warning. It's Automatic Sun. I have been a very good boy. I have avoided all of the clips and all of the fan recordings for this song so that I can actually hear it for the first time now. Even the preview, at the announcement that came out on, I think, Instagram, I started playing it and I started hearing music and I stopped it. I don't want to hear it because I don't want to be prepped for this one. It's interesting because I know that in release of Sick, which is the first reaction I did on this channel, I had heard all of the Warnings catalog, in case you didn't know. I've been a fan for a while. I've heard all their catalog prior to Sick. And so Sick was the first one I said, you know what, I have a YouTube channel. I do reactions to things. I should react to music. So I started reacting to it. From that point on, the 3 songs that have come out, my reaction has always initially been, I like it, but I'm not quite sure. So I want to know what this one feels like from the beginning again, like that, if I'm making any sense to you. And honestly, when I listened to Error for the very first time, I'm going to sound like an old curmudgeon now. Back in my day, when I listened to Error for the first time, every song was like, yeah, banger, banger, banger. Loved it. This one is growing on me. This one has to grow on me so far. Keep You Fed. Every song that's come out, including More. No, I think I loved More. I think I loved that from the first time I saw it. It sounded different than Error, but that's fine. All the other ones have been like, and then they grow on me. In fact, right now, I swear to God, even coming into this room to record this, I could not get Hell You Call a Dream out of my head. It just is playing nonstop in my head. It has been ever since I heard it. I'm hoping that this will be the same. That as soon as I hear Automatic Sun, it'll start playing in my head and I can't stop it. That's my goal. That's my hope. For the very first time, I'm going to read the lyrics ahead of time. I don't normally do that. Normally, I just try to interpret it based on what I can make from it. I've never looked at the lyrics ahead of a song premiere. But let's see. I'm high on the freedom, but somehow you still got me trapped. The silence at midnight just feels like your nails down my back. That first line makes me think it's still in the same vein of everything in this album so far, which is toxic situations. I hesitate to say the word relationships, but because people then think it's between 2 people, but it not necessarily is between 2 people. It could be between an artist and a tour, as we found out from Hell You Call a Dream. So it seems like it's in that same vein. Try not to think about it too much. The weight of everything's just an unavoidable headache, but you got me begging instead. Try not to think about it too much. The weight of everything's just an unavoidable headache, but you got me begging instead. Again, just overwhelming pressure is kind of a Hell You Call a Dream sort of theme too. Burn in your automatic sun, look what this is obviously the chorus, right? Yeah. Burn in your automatic sun, look what you're doing to me. Give me your psychosomatic love? Interesting. Psychosomatic. I believe that word means not real? I want to find the official definition of psychosomatic. Like imagined or something like that, isn't it? I need to find that on Google. Caused by, aggravated by a mental factor such as an internal conflict or stress. Okay. Not real, but exaggerated by internal stress. Okay. Again, very much in the same vein of all the songs we've heard so far. And if you crawl to me, will you be my mirror, reflect what I need? Oh, you're so out of reach. Yeah. It's a love-hate sort of thing, right? The pressure, but again, just like Hell You Call a Dream, very much a love-hate thing. If you crawl to me, will you be my mirror, reflect what I need? Oh, you're so out of reach, yeah. The way you hurt me is never enough. This addiction's hard to give up. The way you hurt me is never enough. This addiction is hard to give up. It's the same theme. If you want it all, then just take it. Because you got me, you got me. So this person's just giving in because they're addicted to it. But they're hurt. Oh, okay. And then we're back into the chorus. And then try not to think about it too much is apparently part of the chorus. Got me in. Okay, no, it starts here. After an unavoidable headache, the way you hurt me. Oh no, it's never enough. Addiction's hard to give up. So if you blah, 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 take it. Burning your automatic sun. Look what you're doing to me. Okay. Oh. Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing to me. Now I'm taking direction from the most recent interview that I did here, where and others, where the group has talked about how this album is just fun to them. It's just fun music. It might have a theme that's kind of dark, but it's fun. They're having a lot of fun with this one. So I'm hoping that'll come through. Now, this was recorded at a live event. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. You know what? I'm horrible at pronouncing Spanish, so I'm not going to try. But you'll see it in the title. It's a festival. And from what I understand from fans who were there, the audience was told they're going to record this one. They didn't really know why, I don't think. But everybody's kind of assuming that it was going to be a sort of what they did with Money, which it looks like it is. They recorded it live, but it is the studio version of the song. So that's a good sign. I take that as a good sign, personally, because that means that their live performance is matching so closely to the studio performance that they can sync it up really well, just like they did with Money. And I love that, because that's a good sign. That means the studio version may not be as jarring to my ear as some of the others have been. Hell, You Call It Dream was pretty good, but, Sick, for instance, very jarring. I still haven't heard an official live version of Sick. I really want to. I'm not going to go listen to the horribly audio recorded versions, even though I love that the fans do that and share it. But anyway, I'm talking enough. Let's get into this song, Automatic Sun, studio version, but performed live, if you follow. Just like Money, if you've seen that from Error. Anyway, here we go.
Les tenemos una sorpresa especial. Vamos a tocar una canción que no ha salido todavía.
Okay.
Sun.
Is this the one where she actually saying they're going to record it? Anyway. Too much distortion. I always say that. Okay, I'm going to back up. And I was smiling, but it's true. Why so much distortion in the studio version? We could tell from Hell, You Call It Dream and more that they don't perform it live with that much distortion. So why put so much in the studio version? But anyway, I'm being an old curmudgeon, and like I said, I'm sure this song will be running through my head sooner than later. All right, so it was a cool intro. I want to hear a true pro live version of it, though, because I bet you it'll be better. But anyway, into the lyrics. Drums are coming through great. I'm also curious if Danny's vocals sound that way live. Because that's very studio. Which is cool for a studio song, like I said, but not for a live song necessarily. I'm curious if she tries to imitate that particular tone. What is on the back of Pow's neck? Did she get a tattoo? Or is that just like a temporary thing? Or am I not even seeing that right? I'm going to come back and we're going to watch that again. What is on the back of her neck? Oh. There we go. Hey, what is that on the back of her neck? Looks like a tattoo. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with this. it distracted me from listening to the music, so that's why I'm backing up. I know, wasn't there one behind the scenes video where one of them got a tattoo, but they said it's temporary, it'll go away. So is that a temporary tattoo, or did she get a permanent tattoo in the back of her neck? I don't care either way. I mean, my wife's got ink. I've never had tattoos, but it doesn't bother me, so I'm just curious.
The silence at midnight just feels like your nails down my back.
I'm noticing the music and the beats are obviously matching because they like to do that. They like to have their studio and their live so that they perform it the same. But every time they go to vocals, very rarely do you get a close up of Danny. And when you do, like that last shot, they didn't match. Her singing and her lip movements did not match, which is different from Money. Money, it really matched when they did this with Money. So I'm guessing live it does not sound this way. The vocals don't, at least.
Now it just feels like your nails down my back.
They're doing this. Oh, pal, thank you for the smile. I love it. And that goes to how much fun they have. I know I'm pausing this a lot, guys. I'm sorry. I swear to you, promise you, you know I'm a fan. I will be listening to this all the way through many, many, many times. Don't worry. I just want to take this all in. This is not like the Money version. Money version was very much a sync everything up perfectly. This is a traditional, what we used to see with music videos when they had a music video, an official music video that had a live performance underneath it. It's just footage. There were points there where Danny was singing and she wasn't even near the mic. So they aren't trying to match it up, is what I'm getting at. So to my mind, that makes it a lot more like every other song from this album, which is that the studio version does not really sound exactly like the live version. And I think that's going to be the case. You guys who have seen it live, confirm that for me, please. That it's different, and I think it is. Then again, the people who've seen it live haven't really heard this version until now, the studio version, have they? So now they'll be knowing if it's different or not. So it's kind of cool. I can't wait till they release a official live version of this. I really can't. Anyway, I'm saying that before I even finish this version. I'm going to back up again. I love it when Pal smiles. I said that last time.
Down my back. Try not to think about it too much. With the weight of everything stressed.
Woo-hoo. That's a different background vocal than they've ever done that. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. I love it. I love how they're intermixing the fans too. That is awesome. The crowd.
About it too much. With the weight of everything stressed. Unavoidable headache, but you got me begging instead. Burning your automatic side.
That one kind of matched.
Look what you're doing to
In case you couldn't hear me, I know my mic is a little louder than the music video on the final recording. It should be. That's the way I like to balance it. Just because this is a reaction. I want you to be able to hear me instead of not being able to hear what I'm saying. But that little bit, they really synced up the audio and the singing and the mouth movements of Danny. So that part's probably very close in the live.
headache side. Look what you're doing to me. Give me your psychosomatic high. Look what you're doing to me.
I thought we saw Pal singing.
If you call to me, will you be my
Again.
mirror, reflect what I need?
Perfect match there.
So out of reach, yeah. The way you hurt me's never enough. This addiction's hard to get off. If you want it all, then just take it. 'Cause you got me, you got me.
Nice drum fill. I want to hear that again.
This addiction's hard to get off. If you want it all, then just take it. 'Cause you got me, you got me.
Yeah.
Burning your automatic side. Look what you're doing to me.
They got drones out there filming too. I've been noticing that.
Psychosomatic high.
Yeah.
Look what you're doing to me.
Yes. Okay.
Doing to me.
We've been missing a really good POW drum song I think she's had some good ones. I mean, don't get me wrong. But to see, I just love it so much. Total sidetrack story, but whenever I watch Evolve, any video of Evolve, that after the the whole transition part, after the scream, when Danny starts singing again, right after her first lyrics, Pow has this amazing drum fill, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a musician. I don't know what they call it. I've just heard drum fill used. It has this amazing sequence. And I love the versions where you can see her doing it. Most of them, you just hear it and you don't see her. Anyway, I just love when we get to see her do some crazy drum stuff. Yes! And Ali! That's cool. Some of the funnest, I'm going to listen to the whole thing again. Some of the funnest bits in all their songs, especially it happened a lot in Error in a number of songs, is beginning, middle, and end, is those two. When Ali is doing something on the bass and Pow is just like keeping rhythm, just do. I just love that stuff. I don't hear that all over again.
Try not to think about it too much. The way the weight of everything's just unavoidable headache. The way you hurt me's never enough.
I just have to comment on it because it occurred to me. This is something that they've done a lot in this album, in the songs we've heard. More and more sections of the song where there is no guitar. So Danny can just be a singer. And in Hell You Call a Dream, at the beginning, she did it. You saw her take the mic off the stand and go up in the live performance. She couldn't do that before, right? She couldn't be the real front person who's out there singing to the crowd because she always had to play the guitar too. So she'd kind of stand there and sing when she had singing parts. They're doing this more on this album, I think, than they've done on any other album. Pun not intended. But I like it. I like that this just let's just groove for a while with the bass and drums so Danny can just sing, That's cool stuff. Not saying I don't like her guitar, I do. But I like the fact that she can sing because she has got an amazing voice. We all know that.
Try not to think about it too much. The way the weight of everything's just unavoidable headache.
I can't wait to hear that bit live, though, because that was a very processed vocal. I wouldn't say auto-tuned, but because she doesn't need it, but that was filtered. I don't like it. I want to hear her raw voice.
Just unavoidable headache. The way you hurt me's never enough. This addiction's hard to give up. If you want it all, then just take it. Burning your eyes.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's a bit of a riff that they've done before. That kind of background riff that they did right there. By the way, they're going to an eclipse clearly in the background video, but that's a bit of a riff that I've heard. Where have I heard it, guys? Help me out. You'll hear it in a second here. This part right here. Dun, 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 dun. This is the drone stuff. I told you there were drones out there. They got some weird, funky lenses on some of the drones, apparently. The harmonies in the studio now, is that all multiple layers of Danny in that harmony right there? Because it sounded like Danny. I mean, a lot of people say they sound alike. They don't really sound alike. They have similar qualities, but you can tell when any one of them are singing. Anybody who's listened to a lot of their stuff knows that. That all sounded like Danny, just multiple layered. So I wonder if we'll even get that effect in live, or if they'll replicate the harmonies with Ali and Powell maybe, or if they will have some like they did with How You Call a Dream. There are some of the vocal additions, accents were done with backing tracks. In the live version we saw, there's a bit during the song where the first time you hear it, Powell is moving her lips to it. She's actually mimicking the sound or even making it. I don't know. But it's obviously a backing track because later on it comes back and nobody is using their mouths. And I got no problem with backing tracks. You guys know that. Where appropriate. Like they've said all along, whatever works for the song, whatever suits the song. And in that case, they wanted that in there. I'm cool with it. I wonder if there'll be more about here with some of the stuff. Not necessarily those harmonies. If it's multiple tracks of Danny, that would be hard to do because I know they're really good at timing. But if you mess that up by milliseconds, it sounds horrible. So I'm pretty sure they won't do that. But I wonder if live they'll have the others trying to replicate that. This part. Maybe Ali was doing it there. What I mean by that is maybe in the live recording that we're seeing, if this is that point in the song, exactly that point in the song, Ali looks like she's making that. I can't. I'm not a singer. That part. So cool. Right. Did I miss it? Oh, right there. Oh, we're coming to the end? We are. Interesting. That was an interesting ending. Kind of a. I'm not a musical person. I don't know how to. The word that came to my mind is grunge, but I don't know if that's grunge. This very kind of almost jazzy sort of sound that came out. Well, not jazz. You know what I mean. What I mean by that is not perfectly formed. It was intentionally kind of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word. Pardon me. There's a word I'm looking for. Disharmonic is the word that comes to mind, but that's not a word. Discordant. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a very discordant sound. This part. It's cool. It's very discordant. And a great ending. And the drone flying away in red. Oh my god, that's kind of almost a little bit of an Evolve reference to the official music video. All in red with the drone flying away. Oh my goodness, and they fly back to show you how big this festival was, which is really cool. Oh, they actually have credits on this one. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but very cool. Excellent. A lot of people. Yvonne. Rudy, of course. Oh, very cool. For the first time in a long time, I don't see their father referenced at all. But that's cool. I mean, obviously, it's not done in a studio sort of official music video where he tends to be a part of that in the production side at some point. Very cool. Groovy Chaos, or is that the people who filmed it? Is that the crew who filmed this thing? You got drone operators down there. I can read Spanish for drone. It's got drone in it. Very cool. Keep going. Oh, that's cool. Like I told you, it had a weird fisheye kind of lens. And having the drone tilt like that gives a really cool... Tilting, or is it just pulling back? And that's what happens with the lens. But that's a really cool circle coming up. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. That's the end of it. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that. I really want to hear the live version, as always, the official live version. And there are some tracks. I'll have to be totally honest. I have Not only do I have them on Spotify, obviously, not only have I bought every CD I can, I still haven't bought Error because it hasn't been available. I didn't buy it when it came out, and then every time I've gone back since, I'm like, no, it's sold out. It's sold out. I know it's on vinyl, but I don't have anything way to play vinyl. I want the CD. But I also I bought them digitally from Amazon as well, and I've downloaded them all on my computer and other players and things. And I have replaced some songs with the live version of it in my playlist, just because I enjoy it more. Hell You Call a Dream's one of them. Evolve. I have the VMA Evolve as my Evolve in my playback list in my playlist. So, there's a couple of other songs like that too. I think More. I did the live version. Very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. There are some very interesting things. The discordant stuff at the end, I dug. I want to hear it again. We're not there yet. I don't think, are we? Did I miss it? This part. This has to be fun to do. This is part of their whole concept of fun, I think. How fun that was to do. You can just see it. Especially Pal. She's just loving the... Not necessarily trying to keep tight with either of her sisters. They're all just kind of doing their own little groovy thing. That's what discordant means. They're not really... I think, in my brain, that's what it means. They're not really, tight with each other's performances, but it all fits. It's really great. It's really cool. I love the lights go red and Pal's up there with the sticks. That's just a great ending visually. Love it. I've always loved this Pal cam angle. I've always loved it. Whenever they give it to us, which is very cool. And I dig that part. My favorite part is probably that part where the guitars drop out. And it's just, oh, that's cool. I didn't even really pay attention to Danny doing that with the guitar. Oh, that is cool to get that effect. And she's doing that live. That is awesome. It's probably going to sound similar to how she got that effect on the guitar. That is cool. Very, very cool. I want to get to that favorite part. Where is it? I've missed it. Oh, here it is. That's about a little past halfway. I dig this. Especially when Danny comes in and starts singing. This is probably my favorite part of this song right now. There's so many good parts, though. This part I love, and this is the one that comes to mind. The part that I just saw with Danny with the guitar, that's pretty cool. The part at the end, the discordant part at the end, that's cool. No, I'm digging this. I'm digging this a lot. I'm going to go and listen to it straight through multiple times. Don't you worry. And they also, I don't know, I didn't see it. I mean, it's weird. I got suggested a version of this, which is just the studio version, no live, from the Warnings YouTube channel, but I can't find it on the YouTube channel. So I don't know if they accidentally released that and then pulled it back or what. So I'll probably go listen to that. I didn't want to play it here because, I mean, it's going to be the same audio, just without the video from the performance. I might check that out too, just so that I don't get the visuals. I just hear the music. I guess I could just close my eyes too. Or look away. But I'm going to listen to that a few more times. Don't worry at all. I really enjoyed this. I'm interested in what you guys think, especially the folks who saw it live. How does it differ? How is it similar? How does it differ? Obviously, that discordant part at the end, that's there. It seems to be there. They all seem to be performing in that way. And I'm curious what that sounds like live. That Danny trick, where she's doing that with the guitar. How did that sound live? How did her vocals sound live? Because they are very studio here. And I know that Danny's got a great voice, but the processing and the filtering and stuff that's on here is never really the same live. I kind of prefer the live, but I prefer the live, but don't take that wrong. The studio stuff is cool. I like it. It's the kind of stuff you hear on the radio, and that's great. I got no problem with that. I'm all for it if it brings no new fans to the warning, and I'm all for listening to it. If it comes on the radio, I'm not going to go, oh, that's the studio version. I don't want to hear it. Of course I'm going to hear it. This looks like they had fun, like they said they're having. It sounds, even though it sounds a little different than anything they've done before, it still sounds like the warning, like we've said all along. You can tell it's them doing it, especially the drums. Val's drums are just amazing on this, and I love it. The fills she does, a couple of points in there, I've just loved it. Especially, like I said, I love it when they show her doing it. That's the part that I dig. Whenever she's got a really good drum bit, show her doing it, because it's usually so much fun. And I love her smiling in the beginning. They're having so much fun. Oh, guys. Like I said in my last video, if you didn't see it, I've never seen them live, even though I'm a big fan. They are coming to Northern California in October of this year. And I'm probably gonna see them. I asked for advice last time, and everybody's saying do it. What do you have, you'll regret it, do it, whatever. I agree. I will. I'm hoping that they book a venue like they said they do, where they're the main act around the same time as the festival, so I can go there, because that's where I'd like to go. But if I have to go to the festival, I'll go to the festival, I think, to see them. But right now I'm planning on it. I haven't yet bought the tickets, but I'm planning on it. I should probably buy the tickets before they sell out. But it's October. Come on, they're not going to sell it this early. Famous last words. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you thought. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.